If there was ever any doubt, the future is now. A year of disasters spanning the globe, made so much worse by the climate crisis.
The air is unbreathable, the heat is unbearable, and the level of fossil fuel profits and climate inaction is unacceptable. Leaders must lead.
These critical climate meetings, led by a major fossil fuel producer, were controversial before they even began. Leaks released this week by the Center for Climate Reporting, showing what appear to be briefing papers for COP President Sultan Al-Jaber, who is head of the state oil company, allegedly pitching fossil fuel deals for the UAE on the side. The COP president calls the allegations false and incorrect.
Sometimes I am told you need to engage with governments and with oil and gas companies to put pressure. And sometimes I'm told you can't do that. So we're damned if we do, we're damned if we don't.
The UAE is saying that they are here because all countries, including oil producers, need to come up with solutions to the climate crisis.
Yes, they need to be part of the negotiations, but what you can't have is somebody who is putting fossil fuel companies' interests ahead of the negotiations and the outcome that we need.
The outcome that the UN and many others hope for, a concrete plan for a fossil fuel phase-out. A recent UN report shows that the globe is wildly off track to meet emissions targets.
It's critical for countries to come together and agree to a systematic reduction in a time-bound reduction. I mean, this is a true moment for leadership. It's not about technology or technical thing. It's commitment leadership that this is something we need to do. We need to come together. Rich countries have to help poorer countries.
The harsh reality, countries that have the least responsibility for climate change will feel the most catastrophic impact.
At this COP, they need to have guarantees that there will be a fund with sufficient money in it to deal with the loss and damages, so the impacts they can no longer avoid and they just have to cope with.
If that doesn't happen, what's the consequence of that?
The consequences is lost lives, livelihoods, futures.
And the consequence for all of us, if bold steps are not taken now, are too terrible to contemplate. David McKenzie, CNN, Dubai.